To, and I call the member for Monash.
Thanks, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, I don't mind if the government has programs and they say things before an election campaign about what they're going to do in regard to housing. But then don't tell me 100 times you're going to reduce the cost of power, as the previous member just said. We have a power reduction program by $275, and you said it time after time after time after time, and people in my electorate listened to you, understood what you were saying and supported you. A whole 4% of them decided to move towards the Labor Party and against my position. $275. I'm going to be $275 better off if I vote Labor. And what has happened? They haven't had a $275, but then Labor said, oh, but no, we've got 5 years to do that. 5 years. The trouble is, the Prime Minister didn't say that during the election campaign. He didn't say, I've got, in 5 years' time, I'll give you a $275 cut. He just said, I'll give you a $275 cut. It's sort of the reversal of the Mediscare campaign in the previous election. It's a reversal of that. It's a promise to say, I'm going to give you this, then I don't give it to you. And you can understand why people who are under pressure, as all the previous speakers have recognised that people are under pressure on power prices and a lot of state government costs. Your water, your electricity. When has the federal government come along and said, here's what we can do for you? It hasn't happened. In your new housing program, whatever it's called here, which we just debated in the House and went through, another first home buyer type scheme. What you've said, Help to Buy will support eligible home buyers. The Help to Buy program. When the market intervenes and people for some reason can't pay, or their interest rates go too high, or they're under pressure. So I went to get a tyre repaired, a puncture repaired. And the guy repairing the tyre worked out, hey, he said, you're the politician, aren't you? And I said, yes, I was trying to hide it, the way I was dressed. He said, do you know my mortgage has gone up $1,500? Now, this guy is running, a part owner of a very good business, Mr Deputy Speaker, very good tyre business. They've always looked after me very well in Pakenham. Always been great. He said, $1,500, mate. $1,500. That's what it's costing me over and above what I was paying. He said, I have to find that money. Now, I had a very well-paid person recently come to me and say, Russell, you don't understand how high the mortgage is we've got to pay. Well, no, Deputy Speaker, I don't understand how high his mortgage is, because when I took out the mortgage on the small farm that I'm on, it was $30,000. Then the next episode with others that I hear about, their mortgages went to 60, then 80, then 150, then 200. And when a young girl that I mentioned in the speech that worked with me for a while, Priscilla, I said, Priscilla, what have you borrowed to go into your unit in Parkdale, wherever it was? $400,000. I'm in shock. Now people are borrowing $1 million. So the difference for people these days who have borrowed that sort of money when there's a tiny change in interest rates are catastrophic for some of them. Catastrophic. And they've all believed for a long time that interest rates wouldn't change. As we heard from the member before when he said people come up to you and say, I've just moved from a fixed loan to a variable and the price has gone through the roof for me. And this has happened to thousands of people across Australia. So I learned very quickly, people are not now only relying on their income, but they're relying on their savings. They're using up their savings just to survive at the moment. Governments should be very aware of the electorate when they're under pressure, because they will have regard for everything you say all the time about what you're going to do. And if you don't do it, beware, because the people will be coming for you.